The Dems debate, Sir Paul percolates, and just what the heck is a daily download anyway? Gee, I hope I know. Hi there, I'm Doug Bernard, and this behind me is the Voice of America newsroom here in Washington, D.C. Now, today is marking the start of something that we're calling the Daily Download. Basically, it's news that you can take with you wherever you happen to be. Now, we see a lot of news come through this room. Frankly, a lot of hot video that you just have to see to believe as well. So if you need to know about it, you'll see it here. Plus, we throw in a little video candy each day, just because we like you. Well, candy later, news first. Let's get started with the race for the White House as the 10 Democratic hopefuls squared off in New Hampshire late Sunday. Senator Barack Obama kicked things off, saying the war in Iraq has left the country vulnerable.
We live in a more dangerous world, not a less dangerous world, partly as a consequence of this president's actions. Primarily because of this war in Iraq, a war that I think should have never been authorized or waged. What we've seen is a distraction from the battle to deal with al-Qaeda.
For his part, former Senator John Edwards came out swinging as well, restating his claim that the global war on terror is nothing more than a bumper sticker used to justify the war in Iraq. And for those of you tired of politics, too bad. Republicans debate late Tuesday. If it seems at times, by the way, the 2008 election is unbelievably far away, it definitely feels like just yesterday when we witnessed this. Now, we still don't know who this guy is. We may never. He became a stand-in, however, for the millions of Chinese freedom activists who had gathered in Tiananmen Square, and for the thousands murdered there when government tanks and troops rolled in on this day, June 4, 1989. Now, today, 18 years later, Tiananmen is populated by more security than civilians, frankly. However, protesters in Hong Kong are holding a candlelight vigil that Beijing is calling, quote, a counter-revolutionary riot. Now, you probably don't know this guy's name, but you've seen his work. Need another hint? It has something to do with enhancement. U.S. authorities have arrested 27-year-old Robert Soloway on charges of email spamming, identity theft, and fraud. Now, this is the guy who hijacked thousands of computers, maybe even your own, turning them into zombie bots, flooding email systems with all sorts of tawdry come-ons. Now, if convicted on all counts, this so-called spam king could spend 30 years behind bars. Not so good to be king, huh? Well, it seems safe now to share our email address with you. Send us your thoughts to Daily Download, all one word, at voanews.com. I promise I'll read and answer as much as I can, just as long as you don't put the word enhancement in the subject line.
Daily Download.
Okay, well, no doubt you've heard 100 times that it's been 40 years since Sgt. Pepper's was released. Seminal album, overdubs, groovy cover art, blah, blah, blah. Well, what have you done for us lately? Sir Paul releases his latest album, Memory Almost Full, this week. And if you don't feel like paying for it, Starbucks will play it tomorrow, all day, non-stop, in all of its more than 10,000 Starbucks outlets in 29 countries around the world. Played backwards, we frankly think it says, I need a venti latte. Okay, not really. Well, okay, to music that's not 40 years old, the performers, well, not so much. That's right, it seems that The Who will be headlining this year's Glastonbury Music Festival. It's one of the largest such events anywhere, certainly among the rowdiest. Now, among other notables of a notable age on tap, they include Shirley Bassey, Iggy and the Stooges, Paul Weller, and John Fogerty. Among the non-fogy rockers include Kasabian, The Kooks, Arcade Fire, Modest Mouse, Bjork, and whoever these people are. The entire lineup is available online. And speaking of the internets, here's ours, www.voanews.com. It's open and updated 24 hours a day. We'll keep the light on for you. And while you're there today, check out our video of the day today. It's a look back at the Marshall Plan 60 years later.
Daily Download.
Well, you're going to see a lot of things day to day here on the Daily Download, stuff that we just love sharing with you. Stuff like robots. Robots like this little guy here. Now, his makers at Japan's Kyosho Corporation are calling him Manoi PF-01. I think I'll just call him Huggy Bear. Now, we're not quite sure what's with the whole 70s thing here. Nice bell-bottoms there, dude. Or why exactly he's taking a sobriety test. Oh, okay, well, there you go. Well, congratulations, our drunk little friend. You are the first in what no doubt will be a long line of strange little robots that we'll be visiting. Rock on, little man. Well, and that wraps the first of what we hope will be a long line of daily downloads for you. Stream us, download us, pass us around. We love it. I'm Voice of America's Doug Bernard. See you again tomorrow.